we're back. Welcome back to Mr.Flamingo Reviews.
Woo!
Where today I will be reviewing Strawberry Mansion.
Barbie 2. Oh, wait.
This came out before Barbie.
Barbie .5.
Starring Ken Tucker Audley as James Preble, Strawberry Mansion focuses on the year 2035. My dear co-host, what is one of the things you hate more than anything?
Taxes.
Exactly. Now you want to know what you want to know?
Royalty.
No.
Enjoying the flight? Some flight. No Peanuts? No Stallone movie? I'm out of here. Now to make an easy spider landing. Oh no! My web shooters are empty.
The movie is about taxes.
Oh, brother.
But taxing your dreams.
Taxing Mr. Flamingo's dreams.
Pretty much. All jokes aside, this plot follows James Preble as he is sent to a secluded little area for the house of one Arabella Isadora. Arabella, or Bella for short, is an older lady who's a little kooky, but knows how to have fun in her life. Mr. Preble, however, is sent there because he needs to commit and conduct. He's the tax man. He needs to conduct an audit on Isadora's dreams.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
You're gonna get me copyright striked.
For real.
So, Mr. Preble, he goes into her dreams and he starts auditing everything. He does his tax forms. There's this really interesting and poignant scene in the film where when he first enters her dreams, because what is one good thing they do is that they don't harp on the technologies and they don't give it over complicated explanations. You're just expected to roll with the punches. Mr. Preble puts on a machine. He puts one of Isadora's recorded dreams into a VHS tape player, and he enters her dream. And in her dream, he looks at the hot air balloon, he looks at the trees, and he starts this tree, 50 cents on her taxes.
The trees have eyes.
This hot air balloon is free on her taxes. It's a tax write-off. That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And as it goes on, Mr. Preble, he sees the young Isadora in her dreams, and he's like, ooh, But then as time continues on,
He goes, awooga.
he goes awooga, almost.
He goes,
He spends his time in these dreams, and he spends his time observing the young Isadora and her imaginative mindset. There's a frog waiter playing the saxophone. It's all very fun and very interesting. And then he starts to notice something different. He starts to realize that Isadora has these vibrant dreams. While his dream has mostly only consisted of one man named Buddy answering the door and giving him fried chicken and a nice big soda.
what does this mean?
That's what he asks, because at some point in Isadora's dreams, they're at a restaurant. He's watching her order from that frog waiter. And what's this? All the food presented to everybody, it's glitching out. It's fried chicken.
Hey.
So he presents this conundrum to the older Isadora in the real world. He's like, why? Why is this fried chicken? And she's like, well, maybe that's because all that chicken's not actually there. That's when there's a real turning point in this story, and I really like this because the turning point is she's like, you're not actually dreaming your own dreams, really. He's like, what do you mean by this? She's like, ads. There's ads in your dreams, Mr. Preble. Ads for fried chicken. Ads for all of this. And he's like, I don't believe you. So she hands him this kooky little helmet, and she goes, go to sleep with this on, and you'll see the truth. I made this myself. And I really liked this point in this plot because there's this scene where after he's put on the helmet, he heads back into the room with Buddy. And at first, it's like, Buddy's there. Buddy's handing him fried chicken, you know?
Yeah.
It's all good. It's like when you hand me fried chicken. I'm like, yeah.
I hand you fried chicken all the time.
I'm like, oh, this is great. But in this dream now, Buddy's trapped outside of the room. He's like, please let me in. And Mr. Treble's like, I know what this is now. This is weird. This is wrong. And basically, as the plot treads along, it's weird because dream states and everything. You spend a lot of time in Mr. Preble's dreams, and they get weirder and more abstract. And with the kind of film this is, not a low budget, but not like $1 million blockbuster. You get these really abstract points of views with giant rats and him with a big beard as like a sailor, and it's all really interesting visually and really helps convey like wonderful set pieces with the very like limited space they have to work with. It's a very interesting love story because Mr. Preble's not in love with a real woman. Isadora, the real lady, is like 60 plus. He's in love with the idea of Isadora, the young woman, who would have been like 23 at the time, maybe. And it all of the metaphors and like the thematics of the film are very surface level. The really, really top stuff you can fish from this film is the fact that it's about the problems with consumerism, because eventually they're implying that advertisers will manage to leak their way into your dreams and you have to get audited. Then there's also the like squashing of free will and the idea of the imaginative mind, because Isadora is this free spirit. She has such a creative and brilliant and colorful world to work with, while Mr. Preble's always grainy, and Mr. Preble always is stuck in this like very basic. His dream starts off in this pink room, and this pink room is almost like your baseline, like everything we want you to think is in here. You have your buddy is advertising to you. Toothpaste is advertising to you. Bug spray because you saw a bug. So it's really the contrasting of the imaginative mind and people's attempts to press down and stop the imaginative mind. All of these metaphors you can fish for are really just like surface. It's not hard to understand them. And this film, what it really excels at is making you confused, but not in a bad way, and really trying to excel and dig its teeth into the idea of the dream world. It's so strange, but it's not a bad strange. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like you want to watch it more as you go along. Even if you don't get it, a lot of its ideas are very top level. I mean, maybe you can dig a little more into this because there were some symbolisms of Isadora, the young Isadora in Preble's dreams, serving as that angel on the shoulder kind of archetype, while Buddy serves as the devil, the demon, especially when Mr. Preble is telling Buddy to get out, that he's had enough of him.
Mr. Flamingo does not work with a demon.
I don't. Sometimes. But then I have to censor him sometimes, and it's kind of like maybe I do. You know? It's really 50-50.
What are you implying here?
Anyway. I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is not an easy film in the sense of you'd have a difficult time just trying to sit through it, but in terms of if you're trying to take something from it, because the reason I watched this film, full disclosure, is I needed to take stuff from it for discussions, and it was quite simple enough to garner.
Somebody's back in college.
Spoilers, it's me. I'm back in college. Strawberry Mansion as a film is one that is not for the faint of heart, but is definitely one I can recommend. It's not something I conventionally review on this channel.
It is visually...
It's visually abstract. It's visually unique.
And unique.
It's not your standard feature film these days. Everybody plays their roles effectively. Kentucker Audley does the role of James Preble well. Constance Schulman, Reed Birney, Penny Fuller, Grace Glowicki, they all do good. It's fun at the end. I had fun watching this, you know. Any final thoughts?
I hate ads.
Me too. That's why Mr. Flamingo does not have ads until they pay me. Good night.
Hey, he burnt my Krabby Patty.
He burnt my fries.
He burnt my shake.